Hello everyone and welcome back to our color carpet time. Now, this is the time of day when we gather around our big color carpet here at school. We sit down, we listen really well, and we practice some sounds and some letters, some words, and we learn all about reading. Here joining us is Senior Bookman. He's here to give us some support. He's always happy. He believes in us. We are going to do a fantastic job. Starting things off today, I am going to give you a word. And what I want you to do with that word is I want you to kind of break the sounds up in that word. And I want you to tell me the first sound that you hear in the word. So, for example, if I say boy, boy, the first sound you hear in boy is b, b, b. And that's what I want you to do. What's the first sound you hear in all these words? You ready? Cat. What's the first sound you hear? K. Good. How about dog? Dog. What's the first sound you hear in dog? Good. D, d. How about run? Run. First sound is r. Is the first sound. Good. How about picnic? That's a longer one, but do the same thing, right? We're just going to get the first sound that you hear in it. So listen to the word. Picnic. What's the first sound you hear? P. Very good. P. How about bat? What's the first sound you hear in bat? B. All right? B. Good. All right. Now, we were working with the first sounds for a couple reasons. One of them is because I'm going to show you some letter cards, and there's going to be a picture that goes along with it. And then after a little bit of thinking, I want to see if you can come up with any words that start with that letter. Okay? So, this is a mop. And mop begins with m. Now think about some words that you know that begin with the m sound. I want you to write them down. When we meet a little bit later, you can tell me what that is. M sound. Okay? M like mop. This is a seed. Starts with a s sound. S. What words do you know that start with s? Can you come up with one? Something that begins with s. If you can, write it down so you can share later. S for seed. M for mop. For hand. For hand. What other words begin with come up with one. Let's see what you can come up with. And now, look at this one. Now, this is kind of different looking. It has a little bit of a tail, but it's supposed to be a T for tiger. T, like Mr. T. Now, can you come up with a word that begins with T? Okay, let's see. We haven't done this before. We're going to do one word each together. So everybody can come up with at least one because we are going to do this together. So first off, we have T. Let's start with T. Do you have a word that begins with T? I do. Toe. Toe. Like your big toe. Begins with T. All right? Now, next up we have hand. What begins with H? How about T? Hot. Pot begins with H. The first sound is H. Okay? Next up, we have mop. How about at mat. Mat. That begins with also. Now, last but not least is our seed, our s sound. Let's see, how about sail. Sail. So now we have examples for each of these. A letter that begins with T is toe. Letter that begins with H is hot. Letter that begins with is mat. And a letter that begins with S is sail. Now, can you come up with more? If you can, write them down, and we can share them out the next time. Okay? Now, a couple more things. We have some things called sight words. And for our sight word practice, I'm going to bring in our good friend, and here she comes. Hello, boys and girls. Hello. Hello. Mrs. Duck is here to help us. I'm going to pull up a sight word. She's going to tell you what it is, okay? And as we go on later in the week, you're going to try to beat her. Yes, you guys are going to race. What? What? Yes. Will you help us out? This is you. That. It. Good, Mrs. Duck. Was. For. Very good, Mrs. Duck. So those are our sight words for the week. Now, you can always go back and rewatch this and practice those, guys, okay? Because later on in the week, we're going to see who can say them faster, who can recognize them between you and Mrs. Duck. Okay, sounds like fun, doesn't it, boys and girls? I'll see you later. Toodaloo. Carry on. Cheerio. All right, Mrs. Duck. Okay, boys and girls, in your blue folder in your with your materials, one of your pages looks just like this. This is our spelling words for the week, and I want to go over them. We have dad, sad, mad, nap, lap, cap, tap, rack, back, and sack. Now your job, what you are going to do, is you are going to write each one of these spelling words 3 times on the line. So I'm going to take dad, I'm going to write it right here. Dad, dad, dad. Sad, I'm going to write it. Sad, sad, sad. All the way down. Each one of these spelling words, we're going to write it 3 times. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have whoever's at home with you, whoever's helping you, take a picture of it and put it on your portfolios on Class Dojo so that I could see. Now, if you're having trouble with that, you can always email it, or you can just take a picture and send it to me. Okay? All right? Any way that you can get it to me. But make sure you write it 3 times. Those are our spelling words. So that is your assignment to do right now when you press stop, like this. See you later.